trying to feel the Tibetan culture. If you want to know any culture, the first thing is its script. Okay, so that is why this calligraphy workshop under art integration, under the guidance of our art teacher Sitara Chandji, we are organizing. Okay, so we can now feel the Tibetan culture, that the script is generally of two types. One is headed and another one is unheaded. Okay, so with the headed text we generally write the religious text, Buddhist text. All the Buddhist stories and religious things are written in the headed form, and the non-headed forms are generally used in order to tell the informal things related to Tibet. Okay, so and you can see that they generally use water and soot in order to prepare the black ink, and so far as the brush is related, it is made up of your animal hairs or plant fiber. Okay, so this is how they simply write, and brush is also handmade.
ठीक है, इसमें थोड़ा पानी डाल के मिक्स कर दीजिए।
वर्कशॉप में काम करके अच्छा लगा, क्योंकि हमें यहाँ पर कुछ अलग सीखने को मिला कि जैसे हमने अलग लैंग्वेज में लिखना सीखा और ब्रश को चलाना सीखा, जो पहले इतना नहीं आता था। थोड़ा कंप्यूटर अच्छा सीखा।
मतलब आपको इंग्लिश के साथ साथ आर्ट में भी कुछ जुड़ने का मौका मिला?
यस सर।
नहीं, पहले ब्रश नहीं पकड़ी थी?
ऐसे पकड़ी तो थी पर कभी वर्ड नहीं लिखे उससे।
अच्छा, अरे वाह, वेरी गुड। चलिए, बहुत बढ़िया, थैंक यू। यस,
मेरा नाम हरिओम मीणा, क्लास 11वीं, और आज इस वर्कशॉप के दौरान हमें बहुत कुछ सीखने को मिला है। नई नई तिब्बतन लैंग्वेज सीखने को मिली है, अलग अलग वर्ड सीखने को मिले, और इनके लिखने का स्टाइल भी सीखने को मिला है।
अच्छा, तो क्या आप इससे पहले ब्रश से लिखे आपने कभी लेटर्स?
लिखे थे सर, लेकिन इस टाइप से नहीं लिखे थे सर।
इस टाइप से लिखे नहीं थे? अच्छा, तो कैसा लगा इसको लिखते वक्त?
सर बहुत अच्छा लगा सर।
अच्छा एक्सपीरियंस हो रहा है?
सर।
चलिए, गुड।
मैं त्रिलोकर्मा, क्लास 11वीं। हमें इस वर्कशॉप के अंदर तिब्बतन लैंग्वेज के कुछ नए शब्द सीखने को मिले, और इसी के साथ हमें कला से भी जुड़ने का मौका मिला। हम कैसे ब्रश को चलाते हैं, उनका कल्चर कैसा है, उससे जुड़ने का मौका मिला, सीखने का मौका मिला मुझे।
चलिए, बहुत बढ़िया। तो अब आप आगे अभ्यास करेंगे इसको लेकर के?
हाँ सर, करेंगे ज़रूर आगे।
चलिए, बहुत अच्छी बात है, क्योंकि लिखने के तरीके सीखने का एक अच्छा अवसर है ये आपके लिए। बहुत बढ़िया, बोलिए।
नमस्कार, मेरा नाम मुनिराज मीणा, क्लास 11वीं। हम यहाँ पे तिब्बतियन लैंग्वेज लिखने को सीख रहे हैं, और ये हमारी लैंग्वेज है, जैसे हिंदी से मतलब अलग लिखने को मिलती है। इसमें ब्रश बहुत आसान, मतलब अलग तरीके से चलाना पड़ता है।
अच्छा।
और इसमें हमें उनका कल्चर भी सीखने को मिल रहा है, तिब्बत की लैंग्वेज कैसे लिखते हैं।
अच्छा।
और जो हमारे चैप्टर था सिल्क रोड इंग्लिश में, वो उस चैप्टर में ऐसी बहुत सी एक्टिविटियाँ थी जिसके अंतर्गत ये लैंग्वेज सीखने को मिली है।
चलिए, गुड, बहुत बढ़िया, थैंक यू। बताइए।
मेरा नाम रोहित बेरा, मैं 11वीं का छात्र हूँ। हमारे सर ने हमें पढ़ाया है। उसे पढ़ने के बाद सर ने हमें बताया कि ये करो, इससे आपको नई नई चीज़ें सीखने की मिलेगी। इसलिए हमने एक बार ये ट्राई किया। पहली बार में हमसे ढंग से नहीं बन रहा था। उसके बाद हमने 2-3 बार ट्राई किया, फिर थोड़ा थोड़ा ढंग से बनने लगा और आखिरकार हमसे थोड़ा सही बनने लग गया। मैंने पहले ब्रश कभी नहीं चलाया, आज ही यूज़ किया।
अरे वाह, मतलब 11th में आ गए। गुड, चलिए बहुत अच्छी बात है। ये तो क्या ब्रश शुरू कर रहे हैं। चलिए, ब्रश से दोस्ती रखिए। ब्रश बहुत अच्छी चीज़ है जो आपको नए आयाम देगी क्रिएटिविटी के। शुभकामनाएं। यस,
मेरा नाम समीक्षा कोचर है, मैं 11वीं की हूँ, छात्रा हूँ। और इस एक्टिविटी के दौरान हमें बहुत कुछ सीखने को मिला, जो ब्रश चलाना और कैसे एक एक तरीके से पूरे वर्ड को बनाना है। और प्रैक्टिस करने के बाद फिर पूरा।
चलिए गुड, बहुत बढ़िया, अच्छा।
अपना स्कूल का प्रोजेक्ट रहेगा ना सर, वो आज इसी के ऊपर। तो ये तिब्बती भाषा है, तिब्बतियन अल्फ़ाबेट है तिब्बती बोलो। और 2 तरीके के होते हैं सर, एक तो सिगन का बंधा हुआ होता है और एक से बंधा हुआ नहीं होता है। तो जो धार्मिक ग्रंथ है सारे इन पे लिखे जाते हैं। हाँ
जी जी जी,
वो भी हमारे कोर्स के अंदर ये बच्चों ने कुछ पार्ट बनाया है। 3.5 वीडियो बनूंगा सर, अपनी स्कूल से प्रेजेंटेशन जाएगा सर। ये कौन सा है? ये
आप लोगों का आर्ट रूम बड़ा अच्छा कर दिया आपने आज। डिस्प्ले आपका एक्टिविटी कितना अच्छे से दिख रही है, देखो। गुड।
As you see that what is displayed here, it is written that Samriddhi cluster level competition. So under Samriddhi cluster level competition, we are making this video in order to show that Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalaya Chan is implementing national education policy and the pedagogy of art integration in our day-to-day teaching learning process. Okay, this is a joint project of English language and art department, and with the help of art teacher Shri Tara Chandji, we have designed this project. Basically, you know that today we are going to learn the lesson, the Silk Road, which is written by Nick Middleton. We have already completed the lesson, but under the art integrated pedagogy, today we are going to study the Tibetan culture and particularly its calligraphy. Because under art, we will have to preserve the cultural importance of various areas. As in this lesson, we are dealing with Tibet. So basically today we are talking about the Tibetan culture and its importance, particularly its calligraphy. What we are going to do today, it is the learning objective that we have designed. First of all, we will understand the Tibetan calligraphy, its style. There are 2 styles, how to write it, what are the instruments which we use, and its spiritual significance. On this side, you can see certain display of calligraphy. It is the original calligraphy of Tibetan culture, which are designed by the students of JNV Chan from class 6th to 12th. So now I would like to invite you please to come over here and speak something on Tibetan culture and its calligraphy. Later on, I will ask some questions. So this will be a listening test. Okay, just start your
Good afternoon to all. Myself Yogesh Sharma. Today I am here to discuss from you about Tibetan calligraphy. Let me tell you first about the history and evolution of Tibetan calligraphy. It originated in 7th century, influenced by Indian and Chinese scripts. It has two styles. First Uchin and second Umi. The Uchin is headed script, whereas Umi is headless script. It is an ancient and revered art from that plays a significant role in Tibetan culture and Buddhism. Now I will tell you techniques and tools to write Tibetan calligraphy. Handmade brushes are used to write, made from animal hairs and plant fibers. The ink is made from soot or lamp black mixed with water. The paper is also handmade from the bark of different plant.
Okay, now as you have just listened what he told about the Tibetan calligraphy, I would like the first question, how the Tibetan calligraphy originate? Raise your hands. Yes.
7th century.
It was originated in 7th century, but I am asking that how it originated. It is influenced by two countries. That is what I am asking you. Indian and Chinese. Sit down. How many styles are there of Tibetan calligraphy? Yes.
2 styles.
Okay, there are two styles. Can you name these two styles? Although it is written here on the blackboard also, on the whiteboard. Yes, please. Yes, Uchin and Umi. Can you explain what is Uchin and what is Umi? Please raise your hands. Can you define? Yes, please.
Uchin is headed script and Umi is headless.
Yes, so this one is your headed script and this one is your headless script. Very good. Now, he also talked about how to write and what are the things which we use in order to write the calligraphy. Here you can see the beautiful display of the calligraphy of Tibetan culture. So, can you tell me which ink is used? Handmade. And how they made this ink? Raise your hands. Yes, very good. Soot. Very good. From soot or from lamp black. And by adding water. So this is what we are reading under art integration, that in Tibetan culture the calligraphy is written using the ink by mixing water in the soot. Is it clear? And how or what type of pen we generally use to write? Yes. It is handmade. And how it is made? Yes, we generally use the plant fiber or animal hair in order to make the brush. And our students have also just written this script using the brush. Although that was not the brush made up of animal hair or plant fiber. But this is a display that this looks like this. Is it clear? And it is the time that we will have to preserve this type of calligraphy. Now, I would like to thank you. Now please go. I would like to request you to please come and tell us something more about Tibetan calligraphy and its spiritual significance.
Now I will.
Please be there. Yes.
Now I will tell you about the use and spiritual significance of Tibetan calligraphy. Uchin or headed script is a formal cursive script which is used for important documents and sacred texts. Umi or headless script is an informal and used for everyday writing and correspondence.
Okay, please be here. Now, you just tell me that what is the significance of this calligraphy? There are two styles, Uchin and Ume. So, when do we use Ume? Yes, please. In informal writing. Sit down. Very good. Any other? Would you like to elaborate it? What is the meaning of informal? What type of writings we generally do in informal writing? Yes, very good. Everyday writing. Very good. So, everyday ordinary things which we generally write, we write it in Umi style. That is headless or headed. Headless. It is headless. Very good. Now, can you tell me that when Uchin is used? Raise your hands. Yes.
To write important documents and sacred texts.
Yes, to write important documents and sacred texts. In our lesson, the Silk Road, it is mentioned that the writer was going to perform Pora of Mount Kailash, and Mount Kailash is famous for Hindus, Buddhists and Jains. So basically Tibet, which is predominantly a Buddhist territory, so all the sacred Buddhist texts are written in, you just said, yes, very good, Ujjain, which is a headed form of writing style. So here also you can find, and with the help of our teacher Shri Tarachan sir, we have designed it, and you can find out that some of the text and the letters are headed. So these are Ujjain, and if we have to write a religious text, okay, we will have to write a sacred text, we will have to use this one, and you can find out that some texts are unheaded, or you can say headless. Is it clear? And you can also see the display of the consonant. Some are consonant and some are vowels. So through this small activity, we have integrated art and particularly culture of Tibetan calligraphy. So to sum up, now I would like to request any one of you to please come here and tell us that what we have learned through this art integration activity. Please go. Anyone? Very good. Just say 4 or 5 lines what we have done today. Yes.
Tibetan culture and its use importance of culture calligraphy. It is written in 2 styles. First Ujjain, and which is headless headed script, and Umi, which is headless script. Ujjain is used for important text and sacred text, and Umi is used in informal and daily writings. Thank you.
Thank you. So this is how we will have to learn something more in our lesson apart from the context or the knowledge that has been given in the lesson. At least we are able to know that what is Tibetan calligraphy, how it is written, what are the different forms, and which form is used to write what type of text. So this was all for this activity. Thank you. I hope that you must have just got a lot of information about Tibetan culture, and you will not stop here. You will elaborate your knowledge about Tibetan culture by doing similar activities under art integration. Thank you.